Hello, I'm Casey Connors. I am here today to speak with Jeff Roberts. Jeff is one of our private market researchers and specializes in the healthcare strategic PE space. In fact, he's just written a paper on strategic healthcare investing, which will be one of a series of papers on this topic. So Jeff, you wrote an interesting white paper on healthcare strategic private equity investing. What led you to write the paper?
Sure. So in many respects, it's been a long road. It's been probably between a year and a half to 2 years where a couple of clients of ours, a couple of healthcare systems, independently of one another, came to us and said, will you help us identify what's going on in healthcare through private equity? Because we believe we should be investing strategically to help stay ahead, stay relevant in our space. And we just need to know what the landscape is. And maybe there's some funds out there that actually have this strategic relationship with their LPs to help move the ball forward and identify those opportunities. You know, if you think about any industry that's ripe with dislocation or disruption, this notion of strategic investing or corporate venturing is not new. I myself worked at Lucent Ventures, about 15 years ago, because as a technology company, we were deathly afraid of being disrupted. So this is not a new concept. And if you think about what's going on in healthcare now, there's three main things that all kind of dovetail to one another. There's the Affordable Care Act, there is the demographics, the aging of our baby boomers, and there's the consumerization of healthcare. So where you used to have fee for volume, it's now fee for value, right? And now you have payer-provider convergence where providers just wanted to wring out a lot of different testing and procedures. They can't do that anymore. So in many respects, it's the perfect storm.
Mm-hmm. We're also seeing on the healthcare side of the equation that their operating margins are likely going to be compressed over the next few years. So their ability to reinvest capital into their businesses is going to likely be more limited. At the same time, their investment portfolios, investment expected returns are far lower as well. So this is a win-win for them, being able to leverage some of the resources that they have and make that in alignment with what their future strategy is.
Absolutely, and that was part of our conversation, which is how can we make money with the knowledge that we possess internally? Is there anything that we can do? And to the point about disruption, it's how can we make money with what we have inside of our four walls, and how can we make money outside of the traditional four walls of a hospital?
So right now this white paper I think really captured some of the education, why this is occurring, different structures of way to do it, and it's one of a series of white papers that NEPC is going to publish. What are kind of the next steps to be thinking about and that we should be expecting?
So the first paper was really to lay out the landscape, what are people focusing on and why. We talked about the consumerization, the Affordable Care Act, the demographics, our aging population. There's somewhere 80 million baby boomers are going to command a lot of costs in the healthcare system, and they all kind of dovetail to one another. And we kind of outlaid that in the paper and talked about what are some things that people have done. But really, what we'd like to do is dig a little bit deeper into the measurement and the governance. And the measurement is very hard. A lot of people have not done or really know how to measure success outside of the financial return, but they know they want there to be one, right? For someone like Partners Healthcare, obviously it's commercialization of things that they've developed internally and attracting third-party dollars to their ideas. Mm-hmm. That's how they measure success. Right. And for others, it's adaptability of things that we've invested in. Are our strategic LPs consumers of the products and services that we're backing? So that could be another way, but we want to delve deeper into that. The other thing we want to delve into is the governance structure. How do these investments get approved? Do you have a mission statement? What are we going to focus on? And a lot of times people don't tend to have those in place before they go off and do it. And we want to talk about a proper governance structure that should be put in place.
So it sounds like as this area matures, having more institutional metrics involved and understanding how it's used better.
Correct.
Well, we'll look forward to getting that information.
Thank you. It's going to be a busy year. Thank you.
Yes.